Good morning to everyone. Myself is Jagdevappa, Assistant Professor of Psychology, Government First Grade College, Tiptur, Tumkur District, Karnataka. So we are discussing basic psychological process of first year BA, second sem students of the Tumkur University, Tumkur. So in this paper, already we have discussed first, second, third, fourth unit. We have completed. In the first unit, which is motivation, in the motivation, meaning and definition of motivation, homeostasis, motivation cycle, types of motivation like physiological motives, hunger, thirst, and psychological motives, achievement motivation, power motives, affection motives, and theories of motivation. So, in the theories of motive, instinctive theory of McDougall, incentive theories, drive reduction theory of Hull, humanistic approach by Abraham Maslow. This is the first unit we have completed. And second unit, which is emotion, meaning and nature of emotion, we have discussed. Physiological changes during the emotion, psychological changes during the emotion, we have discussed. Types of emotion, positive, negative, like pleasant, unpleasant emotions, love, joy, affection, anger, fear, grief. So, also in the emotion, we have discussed theories of emotion, Cannon-Burt theory, etc. etc. In third unit, sensation, perception, attention. The sensation we have discussed. Meaning and process of sensation means steps involved in sensation, types of senses. In the attention, concept of attention, we have discussed meaning of attention, types of attention, voluntary, involuntary, habitual attention. Also, we have discussed about the determinants of attention, means the factors which are affecting on attention, size, shape, like color, etc. etc. The concept of perception, we have discussed meaning of perception, Gestalt principles of perception, which are organizing and grouping principles, perceptual constancies, errors in perception, we have discussed and completed the third unit. So, fourth unit, which is thinking. In the thinking, the concept of thinking, meaning and definition of thinking, meaning and definition of reasoning, inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, concept formation, process of concept formation, creativity, characteristics of a creative person, convergent and divergent thinking, problem solving, thinking and language and thoughts. These all are fourth unit we have completed. In the fifth unit, which is last unit of this paper, which is personality. So, in the personality, meaning and definition of personality, including Allport definition, approaches to study of personality, Freud's theory, Carl Jung theory, traits theory by Cattles. Also, we have discussed personality classification, type A and B personality. So, in this session, we are discussing about the assessment of personality. So, assessment of personality. Objective and outcomes of this session is that to understand assessment of personality. Assessment of personality. So, here assessment of personality. Personality assessment is a proficiency in professional psychology that involves the administration, scoring, and interpretation of empirical supported measures of a personality traits and styles in order to structure and inform psychological inventions. There is a diversity of approaches to personality assessment and controversy surrounds many aspects of the widely used method and techniques. These include such assessments as the interview, rating scale, self-reports, personality inventories, projective techniques, and behavioral observation. So, these are the assessment of personality. So, personality assessment refers to the estimation of one's personality makeup, that is, the person's characteristics, behavior patterns, and silent and stable characteristics. The method of estimating or measuring or assessing personality vary according to the theory of personality used to develop those methods. So, there is a diversity of approaches to personality assessment and controversy surrounds many aspects of the widely used methods and techniques. These include such assessment as the interview, rating scale, self-reports, responsibility, inventories, projective techniques, and behavioral observation. So, main important assessment of personality are questionnaire and inventories, rating scale, projective techniques, means TAT, SCT, RIBT. So, these all are the assessment of personality. So, here the assessment means presently assessment may be defined as the set of techniques used by clinicians to develop impression and images of an individual personality. Personality assessment helps in predicting the behavior, understanding the person's pattern of characteristics, which in helps making decision about the relationship of the pattern or person, his or her environment. Most approaches in assessing personality have been theoretically neutral, but the personality description produced by these involve one or the other personality theory. Some of the methods used in assessing personality are like questionnaire and inventories, rating scale, projective techniques. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದರೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಮಾಪನ ವಿಧಾನಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಮಾಪನಗಳು ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾರನ್ನಾದರೂ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗ, ವ್ಯವಹರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ನಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವ, ಅವಲೋಕನ, ಇತರರಿಂದ ಪಡೆದ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಮುಂತಾದವುಗಳಿಂದ ಪ್ರಭಾವಿತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ತೀರ್ಪು ಯಾವುದೇ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ತಳಹದಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮನೋವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮಾಪನ ಮಾಡಲು ಕೆಲವು ಔಪಚಾರಿಕ ವಿಧಾನಗಳನ್ನು, ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಔಪಚಾರಿಕ ವಿಧಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಮನೋವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಅಂಶಗಳ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ರೂಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಬಳಕೆಗೆ ಕೂಡ ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಮಾಪನಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಹಲವಾರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದವು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಪನಗಳು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮೊದಲನೇದ್ದು. ಎರಡನೇದ್ದು ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಧರೀಕರಣ ಮಾನಕ ವಿಧಾನ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲಿಂಗ್ ಧರೀಕರಣ ಮಾನಕ ವಿಧಾನ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಮೂರನೇದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಕ್ಷೇಪಣಾ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗಳು, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್. ಪ್ರಕ್ಷೇಪಣಾ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗಳು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಶಾಂಕ್ದಿದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ TAT, SET, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವ ಮಾಪನಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಮಾಪನದ ವಿಧಾನಗಳು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಾಲಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಮಾಪನ ವಿಧಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದು ತಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ ಅಂತೀನಿ. ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ನಾಲೆಜ್, ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ನಾಲೆಜ್, ಐ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಾಲಿಟಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಾಲಿಟಿ? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಸನ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಾಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಾಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಒಂದು ಅಧಿವೇಶನವಾದಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಪನವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಚರ್ಚಿಸೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಇದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೊಟಕುಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಅಧಿವೇಶನಕ್ಕೆ. So, good afternoon my lovely children. We have already discussed about assessment of personality. So, another words, it is called techniques and methods of assessment of personality. The methods used for the assessment of personality may be termed as subjective, objective, or projective, as it is not possible, however, to clearly demarcate subjectivity from objectivity and even effectively insulate projective process. Again, it's the subjective and personal basis of the examiner. It is necessary to look for other ways to classify the techniques of personality assessment. The commonly employed assessment techniques may be classified as follows. So, objective of this session is that to understand and questionnaire and inventories. The methods are assessment of questionnaire and inventories. So, here some classified as also know that first one, where an individual behavior in an actual life situation can be observed, namely observation techniques and situation test. Where the individual is required to speak about himself, namely autobiography, questionnaire, and personality inventory and interview. So, next another one is where other people opinions about the individual whose personality is under assessment are ascertained. These are biography, case study, case history, rating scales, and sociometric techniques. So, another one is that projective techniques involving fantasy, which aim at assessing the individual's reaction to imaginary situation. Indirect techniques, in which some personality variable may be determined in terms of physiological responses by the use of machines or technical devices. Let us discuss some of the important techniques in detail. First one is questionnaire and inventory. Second one is rating scale. Third one is projective techniques. So we want to discuss about the questionnaire. Questionnaire. A questionnaire is a research instrument that consists of a set of questions or other types of prompts that aims to collect information from a respondent. A questionnaire may or may not be delivered in the form of a survey, but a survey always consists of questionnaire. A questionnaire is a research instrument composed of a series of questions designed to gather information about certain topic. It can be administered by paper and pencil, where respondents simply fill out a survey form and send it back by mail or other means. So, any inventory is a catalog of the contents of something. In psychology, the term is applied broadly with some nation measurement attached to it, so that any checklist, questionnaire or personality measure may be regarded as an inventory. Inventory is the accounting of items, component parts, and raw materials a company uses in production or sells. The verb inventory refers to the act of counting or listing items. As an accounting term, inventory refers to all stock in the various production stages and is a current asset. So, this is the method of personality assessment based on a questionnaire asking a person to report feeling or reaction in certain situation. Personality inventories, also called objective tests, are standardized and can be administered to a number of people at the same time. A personality inventory is a self-assessment tool that career counselors and other career development professionals use to help people learn about their personality types. So it reveals information about individuals, social traits, motivation, strength and weakness, and attitudes towards other objects. So, this is the personality assessment of questionnaire and inventory. Questionnaire and inventory. So, questionnaire means this is a situational test. Here, situation are artificially created in which an individual is expected to perform acts related to the personality traits under testing. For example, to test honesty of an individual, some situation can be created and its reaction can be evaluated in terms of honesty or dishonesty. Does he feel the temptation to resort to copying? Does he try to pick up the 10 rupee note which is lying there? His behavior would lead to an assessment of how honest he is. So here questionnaire means the nature of questionnaire is explained by the description given by Good and Hut. In general, the word questionnaire refers to a device for securing answers to questions by using a form which the respondent fills in himself. So, this definition makes it clear that in collecting information from the subject himself about his personality characteristics, a form consisting of a series of printed or written questions is used. The subject responds to these questions in the spaces provided in columns of yes, no, or cannot say, etc. This is the 5-point scale, 2-point scale, 3-point scale. 2-point scale means yes or no. Giving a statement, subject will answer in the form of yes or no, in the form of true or false. In 3-point scale, in the form of yes, doubtful, no, like this. 5-point scale. These answers are then evaluated and used for personality assessment. Items like the following are included in the questions. For example, question is like that. In 3-point scale, do you enjoy being alone? Is a question. So choice is 3 here. Yes, no, cannot say. Yes, no, cannot say. In 3 questions, this is the multiple choice, MCQ what we called. So subject will answer 1. He want to say yes or no or cannot say. Do you enjoy seeing others succeed? Do you laugh at a joke on yourself? Do you get along well with your relatives? Like these statements. Answer 3 point. Yes, no or cannot say. 3 type of multiple choice are there. This is the most popular method and is quite useful in collecting both quantitative as well as quality information. This is about the questionnaire. I think you are understand the questionnaire method or questionnaire assessment of the personality. So we want to know about the inventory. Inventory is assessment of the personality. While this resembles of the questionnaire in many respects such as administration scoring, interpretation, etc., it is different in 2 ways. First, while the questionnaire is a general device and can be used for collecting all kinds of information, not connected specifically with personality traits or the behavior of an individual. Personality inventory is that specifically designed to seek answers about the person and his personality. Second, the questions set in the questionnaire are generally worded in the second person is. Do you often feel lonely? Here 2-point scale is there. 2 points only. The one statement, choice is 2. Multiple choice is 2. One is, do you often feel lonely? Is the statement. So he will answer only one in the 2 form, which are yes, no. Either he say yes or no. This is the inventory. This is the inventory. While in the personality inventory, they may be worded in the first person, such as I often feel lonely. Yes, no. I sweat very easily even on cold days. There is something wrong with my sex organs. I have never been in love with anyone. So like this is the, for example, MMPI means Minnesota Multifaceted Personality Inventory, MMPI, which is developed by the J.C. McKinley and S.R. Hathaway. This is the MMPI. Like this is the inventory. This is the inventory. I think you are understand the questionnaire and assessment of personality in questionnaire method and in inventory method. So in Kannada, what we say that ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವದ ಮಾಪನಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೆದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವದ ಮಾಪನಗಳು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಮನೋವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಒಂದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ ಕೆಲಸವಾಗಿದ್ದು, ತಾನು ನೋಡುವ ಜನರ ಮತ್ತು ತನ್ನಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುವ ಜನರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವದ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯುತವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯುತವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರುವ ಜನರು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಪಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸಕ್ತಿಯತ್ತ ಬರುವ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವದ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಯಂ ವರದಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಮಾಪನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಪನಗಳು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮನಸೋಟ ಬಹುಮುಖ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಅದನ್ನೇ MMPI ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, MMPI ಅಂತ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ರೋಗ ವಿಭ್ರಾಂತಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಖಿನ್ನತೆ, ಉನ್ಮಾದ, ಸೈಕೋಪಥಿಕ್, ಇಚ್ಛಿತ, ಇಂಥವು ಕೆಲವು ಹೀಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರಿಂದ ಪಡೆದ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರ ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಥವಿವರಣೆ ನೀಡುವ ಮೂಲಕ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಅಪಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ವರ್ತನೆಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮನೋರೋಗಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐಶಾಂಕ್ರವರ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಐಶಾಂಕ್ರವರ ಆಗಾಗ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಆಗಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಉತ್ತರ ಹೌದು, 2 ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೊರಗೆ ಓಡಾಡಲು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಬಯಸುವಿರಾ? ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೈದಾಗ? ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ತಿರಸ್ಕರಿಸ್ತೀರಾ, ಬೈಯುವಿರಾ? ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಿಂತಿಸುವಿರಾ? ಹೀಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಪಡೆಯೋದು. ಹೀಗೆ ಪಡೆದ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆಯನ್ನು ಸರಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೈಪಿಡಿಯಿಂದ ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಅದರ ಮೂಲಕ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾನಕದ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ತಿಳಿಸಲಾದ ಈ ಅಂಶಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನು, ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಕಾರಕ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ 16 ಪರ್ಸ್ನಾಲಿಟಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಮಾಪನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸುವ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿಗಳಾಗಿವೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಡ್ವರ್ಡ್ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ವಿವರ ಪಟ್ಟಿ, ಮಿಲ್ಲನ್ರವರ ನೈದಾನಿಕ ಪಟ್ಟಿ, NEP ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿ, ಹೀಗೆ ಹಲವಾರು ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಅಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನು ತಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಧಿವೇಶನವನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮಟುಕುಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಲವ್ಲಿ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ assessment of personality and methods which are using questionnaire and inventories. About this, I divide this information, bring out before you. I think you are understand this method, this concept ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಅನುಭವದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾಪನಗಳೇನಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಅಳತೆಯ ಮಾಪನಗಳು, ಅವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾಪನಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವುಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಚರ್ಚಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ತಾವು ಕೂಡ ಮನಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಚಿತ್ತರಾಗಿ ಆಲಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಆ ಆಲಿಕೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ತಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮಾಪನಗಳು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಅಳತೆಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತವಾಗ್ತವೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ತಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಸಾವಧಾನ ಚಿತ್ತರಾಗಿ ಆಲಿಸಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಮಗೆ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಧಿವೇಶನವನ್ನು ಮುಟುಕುಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.